No fap, no fap, no fap. Are the benefits a scam? What is it like to go on this path of sobriety, I like to call it? But porn is like a drug, right? So I like to associate sobriety with porn. What should you expect after maybe just going 7 days without NoFap? From somebody, personally, myself, who has gone an extended period of time without fapping, I figured I'd go through my old journal of what I experienced throughout the process. So luckily enough for y'all, I journaled my experience, and hopefully it's relatable, or it should give you a sign of things to come for your own personal experience with NoFap and not watching pornography. Alright, bro, tap in.
Oh, I ain't worried about tomorrow, I ain't worried about tomorrow, no. Coming from the west side, shout out to the land, yeah. Know I'm gonna get my fan to the bands, hey, fan to the bands. I'ma land where I play.
Hey, what's good with you? Wagwan gang. How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My goal in this channel is to provide you with content that's both educational, but also entertaining to watch as well. Hence the term edutainment. That's what my channel's all about. I'll make you laugh, I'll brighten up your day, while also giving you knowledge and insights that can be applied to your own personal life and make it better. So definitely hit them folks on the subscribe button. Millie Rock in New York and Millie Rock. Yeah, hide in my sock. Whoa.
In New York, I'm Millie Rock, hiding in my socks, running from a up.
Whoa, yeah. Millie Rock and that like button as well. I appreciate you. I figured I'd detail my experience because I'm a big proponent about like not being addicted to substances, whether that be weed, gambling, porn, in this specific case, whatever it is, right? Alcohol, caffeine, stuff like that. I just really want people to be able to take control of their own life rather than having substances and activities take control of them. If I'm looking down, it's because because this is my journal. I've journaled my experience. This may be something you may want to do as you go about not fapping. So things such as like, anytime an urge comes up to fap, write it down. But I'll detail more in-depth detail what I did throughout this process of 7 days, about a week of not fapping. I'll detail some of the major steps I took to make the process of not fapping a lot easier and reducing the amount of triggers. So the first thing that I did was I cut off a lot of my social media usage. So I've set my social media up in such a way that I delete my apps, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all that stuff the night before, and I won't reinstall it until 6 p.m. or in the evening time of that following day, right? Helps me stay focused and not constantly see. Another thing, right, is unfollow every bad chick that you are currently following. All those fitness pages, all those Instagram models, anybody that would trigger you, that have to create those like lustful urges and desires, unfollow them. That means Brianna Miles, Bundle of Britney, Kylie Jenner. Who else you're following that post a lot of bikini pics, a lot of revealing pics, stuff like that, unfollow them. They're not helping you in, what are they adding to your life? Ask yourself that. What are they adding to your life? If they're not adding anything to your life positively, other than making you want to watch porn because you can't touch them, unfollow them. And if you have someone who's you follow mutually, who posts a lot of stuff like that, mute them on your Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, mute them. Speaking of which, on Twitter a lot, right? I find that you may not necessarily be searching out porn, but somebody, one way or another, will retweet porn and quote a tweet that involves porn on your timeline. So what you can do on your Twitter is go to your settings and you can block out and mute certain words such as porn, blowjob, sex, boobs, tits, whatever it is that you could think of that would make you that would trigger you or would let you see those videos and images. Cut it off completely, right? So that right there is one of the major things that would trigger you to want it. Because like what, you can't, when you see the stuff on social media, you can't touch it. So the closest thing you can do to touch it is to actually watch pornography. If you don't currently have, a roster of girls or a couple of girls or a girlfriend that you can have sex with, right? Even if you have a girlfriend, you can still, I don't know, she's not feeling it, she's on her monthly cycle, whatever it is, and you still may not be able to have sex in person. So what's the next best thing, quote unquote? pornography, so you watch that. So cut off all those baddies that you follow that aren't adding anything to your life positively, or just post just overly sexual pictures. Please, please, please. This will make your process a lot easier, especially in the first 2 or 3 days when you're trying to NoFap. And that helped me a lot. And if you just happen to stumble across a girl's page that on your explore page, don't even give yourself a chance to overly consume the content. Just
love. Now I know I've got to run away.
What they say, prevention is the best cure, right? Make it as easy as possible for yourself to not relapse and to not go back to consuming all that sexual content, which will ultimately make you go to porn and actually consume more sexual content that you can actually masturbate to. Another one that I found, especially this week, the week that I went without watching porn, I was extremely busy. I was just making videos such as this. I was really about my thing, and I just found myself consumed with other things. I didn't really have time to watch porn. By the time I got home, I'm tired. I just want to sleep. I don't even have the energy per se to want to find the right video, quote unquote, and then fab, however long it takes you to fab and then to ejaculate. I just got myself busy. It's important to not just not fab, right? But the time and energy you are using, you dedicate to watching porn, has to be transferred into something else. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can just be shifted to something else. So shift that energy to go play pickup basketball. Shift that energy to a second job. Shift that energy to building your business or building a YouTube channel. Shift that energy into going out and actually talking to girls, right? Which I'll talk more about that later, how it affected my relationship with girls and I actually want to talk to girls. Oftentimes, it's when boredom hits you, when you have nothing else to do and you're just web surfing, that your mind starts going towards that sexual place that you don't want to go to necessarily, right?
I'm bored. Send me videos. I'm thirsty for you. I'ma do you up in the bed like a monster.
So essentially, the busier you are, the less time and less chances you have to masturbate to porn. So essentially, don't be idle. Don't be idle, get busy, join a new activity, join a pickup basketball, volleyball, soccer, whatever it is, and be a part of that community of sorts. So when you web surf and stuff like that, you might type harmless things such as movies. Then maybe you end up stumbling upon movie sex scenes, and that entices you because movie sex scenes aren't very, visual or hardcore. So you might see boobs, you may see them having sex, but you can't really see the penetration. So from movies to movie sex scenes to, actually Pornhub or whatever other site you go to, stuff like that. So cut your social media, unfollow those girls, and get busier. Get busy. The more busy you are, the less likely you are to have time or even the desire to masturbate. Number 3 was meditation. I'm meditating every morning, and I have a meditation app that you guys should definitely check out. There's 2 things, either a meditation course that you may want to go to, or a meditation app, which I'll link down below, which helped me. It's more guided meditation. So I have videos on my channel about meditation, how you can meditate on your own if you want to. I'll leave a link in the description or pinned comment. But if you want more guided steps and more professional help on how to meditate properly and really put your mind into that peaceful state, check it out. Because what I found with porn a lot of times is like, it scrambles your brain, like, because you find one video, then maybe it's not the right video, then you touch the next video, and by the end of your session, you have like 7, 8, 10 different tabs open until you found the right video. And that kind of puts energy into multiple things at the same time, right? But with meditation, it puts you in the mindset of just being present, being anchored in the now, right? And rather than letting it's essentially weightlifting for your thoughts. Rather than, when you think of porn, you think of sex, okay, you acknowledge it. Okay, I'm feeling that. But you don't let It's hard to explain until you've experienced it, but essentially it's weightlifting for your mind without letting your mind control you. Like letting thoughts come and go without necessarily taking action upon those thoughts every single time. Because right, when you build a habit of watching porn, you think about it, and it's almost like that neural association to thinking and just going to porn is almost innate, right? You create such a strong pull towards it that every time you think about it, it's just like it's natural. And we want to deconstruct those associations you've created to porn. Check out the course, the 7-day course, or the guided meditation app, which I'll link in my description and pinned comment. So again, it's important to note that when you started watching porn, like what age, how long you've been watching porn, how many years, and how often you watch porn, how many times in a day, and how many times in a week, can affect the likelihood of you having withdrawal symptoms, degree of the withdrawal symptoms, whether it's high, medium, or low, right? One other thing I found, right, within the 7 days was that, I don't know, maybe it's because it's blue balls or whatever it is, but I found like my balls area kind of got tender a little bit. I don't know, it's weird, right? It kind of got tender and soft, but it wasn't like it was painful per se, but it was just like, it was hard for me to walk. I don't know, maybe it's the buildup of semen or whatever it is, but because you've gotten so used to putting it out all the time. But that's something to think about too, the buildup of semen, just your balls being tender. And so some bodily experiences that I got within those 7 days was, I didn't feel drained all the time. You know, it takes a lot of energy, right? It's like having sex is a workout in itself. So when you ejaculate, it's also somewhat of a workout, you could say. A lot of energy you're inputting to achieving that orgasm. So I didn't feel drained all the time or sluggish or tired.
What you say?
Motherfucker tired.
What?
Motherfucker tired.
You what?
Motherfucker tired.
What?
I'm motherfucker tired.
Or unmotivated, right? Because achieving an orgasm is like the pinnacle, highest level of like human pleasure. And you think about it, right? How many things are as pleasurable as sex or as an orgasm? Not many things. And if you're constantly hitting that pleasurable thing on a regular basis, everything else in comparison is like nothing, it's trash, right? So, and it really makes you unmotivated to get to your goals, right? If you're smoking weed all the time, you're too chill. You don't really feel that desire to go out and get it done or achieve your goals, whatever it is. So like the thing with porn is like, it's an endless supply of resources, right? You don't have to pay to get it. You can go to, as long as you have Wi-Fi and some access, you can access porn. Imagine you gave an alcoholic unlimited access to alcohol. And they would just go off, right? So that's something to like be mindful of. And also, when you don't masturbate, you have more incentive to go holler at girls, right? So I can't orgasm, I can't ejaculate with myself, with my hand. Let me actually go out there and talk to girls and make something happen. If you want to know more about like approaching and stuff like that, I'll leave a card, some other videos I've made about hollering at girls and the best effective way to do it. Check those videos out. Essentially, yeah, replace that time you did with porn with other things. And I found myself doing a lot better, right? So this week was the week that first week that I did, I was really busy. Maybe the next week it may not be as busy. And I'll detail my experience from my journal in another video, maybe at the 1 month mark, whatever it is. But yeah, so that's my experience. That's some of the things I took to prevent fapping in the first place. And I'll look out for my other video, maybe the 14-day or 30-day mark. I'll see which, depending on my journal here. But yeah, hopefully this video gave a lot of insights. Again, if any of you are struggling with porn, masturbation addiction, whatever it is, I have a mini course, mini email series that you should definitely check out. A link in my description and pinned comment as well. God bless, much love, peace and joy, namaste. And always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.
If you tell me that I can, yeah, fucking this shit up I won't, worry about shit and I don't, I know that nothing that coming is gonna put me in a place I fall, so I'm going ain't looking back, yeah, homie, this ain't last year. Focus on right now and it's my time, ain't looking past shit.